Hey everyone, it's Megan. Welcome to my 2016 most anticipated bookish releases video. So there are quite a number of books that I'm excited about for this coming year, but I've managed to narrow it down to my top 10. Coming in at number 10 is the Untitled, no release date, not even a cover, third book in Claudia Gray's The Firebirds trilogy. And it truly bums me out that there is no cover up yet, even because look at these. These are the first two books in the series, and if these are any indication, the third cover is going to be hella gorgeous, and so I would really like a title and cover soon, please. This series is about a girl and her parents who have created a device that allows them to travel through different dimensions and times and space, and it's really good, and I'm really enjoying it. And coming in at number 9 is The Fate of the Tearling. This is the third book in the Queen of the Tearling series trilogy, and this cover isn't final, but if it is the final cover, I am okay with it because it's very pretty. It's a very pretty fuchsia maroon pink. I like it. So this trilogy follows Kelsey, who is the next queen of the Tearling, and there is a queen who wants to take it over. And so when we left her off in the second book, it looked like she was defeated or captured by the Red Queen of Mortmain. And so we're about to find out what happens in The Fate of the Tearling, which originally was going to be released in June, but has been pushed back to November, and I don't understand why. Number 8 is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is going to be part, I think, of a new series, but it is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and if it's anything like the Lunar Chronicles, which just recently wrapped up, I can tell I'm going to really enjoy this book. Its current release date is slated for November 8th. The next book that I'm excited for, which I honestly, until last week, had no idea that it was coming out, and it is called Summer Days and Summer Nights, 12 Love Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins, but with so many authors that I enjoy. We're talking people like Nina LaCour, Leigh Bardugo, and Cassandra Clare. It's 12 short stories and will probably be just like its counterpart, My True Love Gave to Me, 12 Holiday Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins. There is a cover for this. As you can see, it is very pretty, and it is due out in June on the 14th, I believe. Next up, we have The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Attia, and it is going to come out on May 3rd. It is the second book in the, I'm not sure what the series is called, but the first book was called The Wrath and the Dawn, and I read that last August and fell completely in love with it. It is a retelling sort of 1001 Nights, and so there is this prince, this is in the first book, who keeps taking a new bride, and they are killed at dawn. Nobody knows why. He just started doing it, and I believe there was a cousin or a sister of this girl who became his bride and died. And so she basically offers herself up, and her plan is to kill the prince. But something happens and she doesn't, and the story gets complicated. But there are people after him, and there is a reason why he's doing what he's doing. But we were sort of left on a little bit of a cliffhanger for the first one, and so I am excited for the second book to come out. The next book I will mention, which is also out on May 3rd, there's a lot coming out on May 3rd, it's The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I'm so excited to get a new Morgan Matson book. She is an amazing author. She defines summer and every good thing that it stands for, and I honestly forget what this story is about. It usually involves a girl and eventually a boy that she didn't think that she'd be attracted to, and parental stuff going on. But this looks really great. There's a pug on the cover, and I really enjoy Morgan Matson, so I'm excited for that. The next book I'm really excited about is called A Tyranny of Petticoats, and this is also a book with a compilation of short stories by various young adult authors, including Leslie Walton, Marissa Meyer, and Elizabeth Wine, and it is slated for a November 8th release, and it's just about, I believe, just different stories about American women over the course of I don't know how many years, but a long time. The third last book that I want to mention here is Salt in the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. This is coming out in February on the 2nd, and I have been waiting a few years, it's been like 2-3 years since her last book, and I've read both of them. Both of her books, and they are historical fictions, YA, and they've both been really good, and this third one is set in World War II on the sea, I think, as indicated by the title, of course. but I forget what country it's in, but she tends to go for historical events and places that aren't normally represented as often as others perhaps. So I'm really excited. She's a beautiful writer. She writes very descriptively and puts in twists and turns, and the characters are wonderfully developed as well. And the second last book that I'm excited for also comes out on February 2nd, and it is called Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. This comes in the wake of the conclusion of the Lunar Chronicles series this past December, and it is a collection of short stories pertaining to that series, ones that take place before, during, and after the events of the Lunar Chronicles. So it's different characters and their stories, and there's going to be hopefully an epilogue or two related story, and I'm excited for it. And finally, the number one spot for in terms of releases and anticipation is the new Lucy Knisley memoir called Something New, and it's big. It's probably going to be the biggest one that she's ever released, and it's chronicling her, I don't know, first year or something of her married life, and she is such an amazing graphic memoirist. I'm currently rereading Relish by her, and I'm going to be talking about her in like my favorite books of 2015 because she's been truly a highlight for me in terms of comedy and food and art and description, and she's just amazing. So I'm really excited to devour her newest book. It comes out on May 3rd. Alrighty guys, those are the top 10 books that I'm most excited for coming out in 2016. Comment down below and let me know what some of your most favorite anticipated releases are. And I think that's it for this video today. I shall see you soon with a new one. I hope you guys have been having a great week. Bye everyone.